We can focus on the damage output using Royal Knight's Resolve to easily get over 10k damage, even more per hit. We can also use a Cult or Cold Affinity to get higher damage, or use the Lion Claw Ash of War to get more stance break. But I'm not confident that I can keep doing it consistently throughout the boss fight, not to mention winning in the end, because if I get one hit or twice or more, I probably will lose the fight and drink like an addict. How about if I try to infuse the weapon with Endure Ash of War? I can cast Endure in between the attacks to increase all damage absorptions by 45%, which is huge by the way. Then we can play like this. Renana is kinda weak. He didn't really do anything for being defeated. We really come in, beat the heck out of her. You can see in the fight, cast Endure may not be that important. When we fight the Golden Hippo, he can be a pain in the early DLC, we still needed to dodge the grab. Then our strategy is to cast Endure, forget about getting hit, because we know we can survive. Then we use our best ability to hit and hit again. Break the stance and get critical hits. We keep repeating it until we win. After casting Endure, we don't really care about Mesmer's explosion, we just keep hitting him. Anyway, the point is that we take all the hits. Of course we can dodge if we want to. With the defense we have, we can confidently take the hits and win the fight in the end. We use Blood Fiend's Occult Arm plus 25, Blood King Sword, Frenzialized Flame Seal. For the armor set we use White Mask, and the rest of the armor pieces are from the Rakshas's armor set. And then for talismans we use Dragon Crest, Great Shield Talisman, Two-Handed Sword Talisman, Axe Talisman, and Lord of Blood's Exaltation. And for physic, we use Spiked Correct Tier and also Opening Heart Tier. If we put heavy armor on like this, use 2 defensive talismans. By the way, we still have 2 slots for offensive talismans and 2 physical slots for damage. Then cast the Black Flame Protection and Endure Ash of War. Our physical damage negation goes up to over 90%, and the non-physical damage negation goes up to over 80%. Isn't this good? It makes the boss physical attacks only 1/10 effective. So who doesn't like this move? And this damage.
Oh my god!
This is a new and very stylish weapon in Elden Ring DLC, Great Katana. Combined with repeating thrust Ash of War, we will kill most bosses within just a few hits. This includes the final boss, which got killed very fast in just 5 Ash of Wars. Every single Ash of War can hit more than 10k damage, which includes the bleed damage. Imagine 2 casts of the Ash of War will hit more than 24k damage like what we did on Renana, who didn't even get a chance to understand what just happened. I really liked the moveset of the Ash of War combined with Great Katana. I completed this DLC run without using any aromatic to beat the game peacefully. If you would like to use Iron Jar aromatic, this build will be an invincible monster. We use an Occult Great Katana plus 25, which has 108 blood loss buildup. We use Frenzialized Flame Seal, White Mask, Armor of Solitude, Rakshas's Gauntlet and Rakshas's Greaves, Millicent's Prosthesis, Rotten Wind Sword Insignia, Shard of Alexander, and also Lord of Blood's Exaltation. For the physic, we're using Thorny Correct Tier and Blood Sucking Correct Tier. In the open field, we can use the Ash of War on tougher enemies. We combine light attacks and heavy attacks to deal with easier mobs. The moveset of the Great Katana is so addictive. Check out the long reach of the Ash of War. We killed this tough mob with just 1 cast of Ash of War from a very safe distance. For bosses, we basically use light attacks a lot and wait for the right moment to launch repeating thrust to deal devastating damage. Notice that the entire animation of repeating thrust is long. It can be interrupted by enemies' attacks. Finding the right moment needs some patience, but it is a very fun thing to do. The new Claws of Night weapon in the DLC is insane. When Renana is pulling out her stance, we came in and dealt 14k damage in like 2 seconds. Even more, we did no mercy to this Golden Hippo. In just a few seconds, we did 21k damage. What is absolutely insane is that Mesmer didn't really get a chance to do anything in phase 2. We did a whopping 30k plus damage in like 2 seconds to send him away. The key thing of this weapon is that the claw doesn't scale with intelligence at all, but it does magic damage. Only scaling with dexterity at B as the maximum level makes it very easy to build around. The scaling has made this claw a beast. Even more is that the magic portion of the damage can easily be boosted by magic Scorpion Charm and the magic Shrouding character tier. We use Claws of Light plus 10, Frenzialized Flame Seal, and the Madding Hand in our offhand. For armor set, we use Black Dumpling, Rakshasa's Armor, Rakshasa's Gauntlet, and Rakshasa's Greaves. We use Millicent's Processes, Rotten Wind Sword Insignia, Magic Scorpion Charm, and also Aged One's Exaltation. For the physic, we use Sony character tier and also Magic Shrouding character tier. For the boss fight, we need to learn to wait for the right opportunity to attack. And when we attack super fast and continuously in a few seconds to take advantage of our buffs. For open field exploration, this claw has a weapon skill which does ranged AoE damage. This is super nice. So we can attack from the remote, and when the mob comes close, we take them down really fast using only our light attack button. When the blades of Euphoria are fully charged with energy, its weapon skill one-shot many bosses' second phases. Check this out. Euphoria is a twin blade which does a similar moveset as other twin blades. It has a charging mechanic based on dealing a number of hits in quick succession. We can use light attacks to charge it, but 2 heavy charged attacks will fully charge the weapon if all the hits are landed on the enemy. A heavy charged attack does very decent damage. It will attack multiple times while being buffed as successive damage. Once fully charged, using the weapon skill will shoot a wide beam of light on the center of the vortex. It can last to an extended duration while consuming stamina. The charges in the weapon will trigger the effect of consecutive damage. We use plus 10 Euphoria, Sword of Light to cast its Ash of War Light to buff our holy damage for 20%. We don't need to upgrade it at all. Any seal works because we're not using any incantation for this playthrough. We use Rakshasa's set as our armor set. Each piece will give us 2% damage increase, and we get 58 points, which is very nice. And we use Rotten Wind Sword Insignia in the Millicent's Processes. Two-handed sword talisman. You can actually change this one to Holy Scorpion Charm or any of other defensive talismans such as Dragon Crest Great Shield or Golden Braid talisman as well. And we use Shard of Alexander. And for the physic, we use Opening Heart tier and also Sony character tier. One thing I noticed is that once Euphoria is charged, it will kinda save the successive damage buff until the charge wears off. This means that we don't need to keep attacking right before firing our weapon skill. Instead, we can have enough time to look for a good opening to use our weapon skill after we fully charge our weapon. Please let me know whether this understanding is correct or not. The weapon skill is very long, which is about 3 seconds, and we can be interrupted while we are sending the beam out. Also notice that the weapon skill consumes stamina while casting, so finding the right moment to attack is important. Night Comet magic build can kill the final boss Redon in 13 seconds. It killed all the main bosses both in the DLC and the base game without getting a single hit. We use a Staff of Loss plus 25 in our right hand, a Friendless Flame Seal, a Madding Hand, another Staff of Loss without leveling, Blood Dumping Helmet, Rakshasa's Armor, Rakshasa's Gauntlet, and also Rakshasa's Greaves, Beloved Stardust to increase our caster speed, Magic Scorpion Charm, Graven Mass Talisman, and the Aged One's Exaltation. For the physic, we use Magic Shrouding character tier and Blood Sucking character tier.
Huh? America, a curse upon me.
Oh God, please no!
We throw a frenzied flamestone on the ground. It picks the turtleneck and wait until the madness reaches about half of the bar. Cast the golden ball. Drink our physic. Cast the Hall of Shibariri. After madness triggers, swap mushroom crown. Eat raw meat dumpling to get poison. Switch aged one's exaltation to Graven Mask Talisman. Switch both hands weapon to Staff of Loss. Drink FP. Enter the arena while we go through the door. Swap Kindred of Rod exaltation to Magic Scorpion Charm. If you are in higher NG Plus games, you can add buffs with White Mask and Lord of Blood's exaltation, which provide another 30% damage multiplier. Like this video, subscribe and keep us going. See you in the next one.